Holy Prizm basketball, Batman. The new Prizm basketball hobby boxes, prices are falling by the day. I first heard about this from Andy, sports card investigator, brought it to my attention in a Discord that Prizm basketballs come out. It was sitting at what? I think $775 is where it started. Now we're at $669, and I just checked this morning as of Thursday morning, and they're on eBay for $620. Buy it now, $625 OBO. There's a few or best offers there. What is it? Just Baseball Cards, the big shop in Atlanta, has one of the listings. New listing, but it is an OBO. I think that we're going to be seeing this in the $500 range pretty soon, 500s. But I'm curious to see how far this goes down. This is a product that I think has been printed to oblivion, I want to talk a little bit more about that. Before I do, though, definitely check out video sponsor REA, Robert Edward Auction. Their April catalog auction is going on right now, April 6th to the 23rd. Some of the most exquisite vintage items and modern items that you might ever see. Definitely check out robertedwardauctions.com. I'm going to put also some information about an upcoming event that they have in New Jersey at the Just Collect card shop. It's coming up soon, and they will have a lot of their featured items there to be able to view. So very cool. Robert Edward Auctions. So going back to Panini, we looked at that hobby box price is quite a bit lower than what we've seen in years past, even at the $660 number. I mean, remember, this was what, $1,000 hobby box, $1,200 hobby box, going back. Now it's about half of that. The draft class, fairly average. It's not a terrible draft class, but there's not anybody that's just out there blowing your mind that you're excited about, unlike next year when we got Victor coming out, where there's going to be a lot of hype around him and his cards. It's going to be wild. So you have kind of a so-so draft class, or just not an excitable one, not a mega excitable draft class. But then also, I think that they've just got so much of this coming out. I think that they printed so much. What's Panini's motivation to hold back on print runs, just being they're losing the license here in a couple of years? I think that they could actually, though, if they don't make a deal with Fanatics to actually sell off the company or sell off their brands or sublease or whatever the speculation is on that, I could see them just making unlicensed basketball products the same way they do with baseball products, and those are fairly popular. I mean, do they command the same price points as the licensed stuff? No, of course not. But some of those flawless baseball cards, some of the auto and the patch stuff, it's pretty cool. I mean, I think that they would still have a market. Again, it's not going to be the kind of market that they have on their NBA products or NFL products, but it's not as if Panini, I think, just goes away when Fanatics takes over those licenses. So I kind of wonder about that. I wonder if Panini is just going to say, you know what, screw it. We'll just, we'll keep doing our thing for the next couple years. We don't need to make any deals. And look, maybe there's a little bit of bad blood there. Panini's like, you're coming in and poaching our top executives. You're coming in and taking, our important people. We're not making a deal with you, or you better make it a ginormous deal. Maybe the price tag just keeps going up. There's got to be some sort of friction there, I assume. Business is business, so the numbers are going to be what the numbers are. I'm sure there's a price that Panini wants, and Fanatics will eventually get there, or they won't, and they're probably trying to squeeze them. There's been plenty of speculation on that front. Like I said, I think Panini did not hold back on this print run, so what might seem like a fairly decent price at $600, $500, or whatever for these hobby boxes, I just think it's going to be so plentiful out there. I really think it's probably more of a $200 or $300 box. On to the next story is Collectable, the fractional share sports memorabilia company, sports card memorabilia company. Are they closing? Before I go on, though, if you like what you hear, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below. We have a lot of new content that's going to be coming out, so you don't want to miss an episode. Please hit that subscribe button, the like button if you like what you hear. We very much appreciate your support. All right, so Collectable, Ezra Levine is the guy, the CEO that's been running Collectable over 3 years. They've been in business trying to build out the fractional space within sports cards. Specific, there's other fractional share companies that operate in collectibles, but Collectable has really been focused around sports cards alone. And Ezra just announced right after the Mint Collective that he is moving on from Collectable. And from what I've heard, a lot of the staff has moved on as well. well. Also, I spoke with Jeremy Lee of Sports Cards Live, and he did confirm that the Collectable live show that he was hosting is no longer. There's just a lot of things there that make me wonder what is going to happen with that company. Is there going to be new leadership, or are they going to shut it down? You know, it would be interesting because this is kind of one of those startups that was born out of the pandemic. We've seen this across the board where a lot of those companies now, you know, lending is getting tighter. The economy as a whole is getting tighter. I think that in this particular instance, I think there was a want for institutional money to come in and be a bigger part of this space. And just with everything tightening up, I don't think it ever did happen the way that they were hoping for. But again, I don't know their business. I am speculating like usual. I'm not on the inside. I did see, though, about 20 hours ago on Twitter, Ezra posted that he has accepted a new role as CEO of an emerging tech company within Collectible. So staying within Collectibles, built by some great entrepreneurs. He will be unveiling the plans and all the details at the National. So you'll see Ezra at the National sharing the new product with the community. So that's kind of interesting. It's not, when he said sharing the new product, it made me think, I thought maybe he would be joining an already established company. This sounds to me more, though, that it is a new-ish company. I guess it could also be an existing company rolling out a new product, but this intrigues me. I like Ezra. I've met him a couple times. I went to the Mint Collective last year, their first one, and the guy overall seems like a good dude. You know, I think he had good intentions at Collectible, and business is business, and it can be really tough goings out there. So I do wish Ezra the best, and I hope that I can catch up with him at some point in the future after he's made the move to the new company and just see what he's up to. All right, guys, let me know your thoughts in the comments. Did you just buy 50 cases of Prizm Hobby? Or are you going to sit back? I feel like we've been talking about this for years now with the new product being so expensive. I pretty much have the video on lock of, wow, here's the new product and it's so damn expensive. I would love to get to a point where I'm making a video of like, hey, this product actually feels like it's a good value at this suggested retail price or whatever. We'll get there. We'll get there eventually. But I feel like this is a step in the right direction. New hobby boxes for stuff that's overprinted is not just flying off the shelves. People rethinking things a little bit. So good stuff there. All right, guys, stay healthy, stay awesome, and I will talk to you again later.